Wangaba soka azimadini tufu chosaba ngowewa antina mezu injesu Yeah, this is my last piece, yeah? And my name is Rahman Yadim Sugar. And non-stop vibrations expect no substitute. Sign the great grandchild of the Nile. Semera kunane watula inosina mukubyogera kwagala nikuva kunsi paka kumwezi nokukolamo nakugamba kamala biseera bibiya mugameti yakewa Rolinga kalenda Sikura bateri lunaku Rundala Oya kaya kangasabe Amayinja kumayanja Simbi semala Simbera Uwamu kwano Simbera Nasimaba kusanuka Simbera Uwamu kwano Simbera Nasimaba kusanuka Onyesa Terije situse Ayate bakutuna yomutali Yemuzane kumikwano jo Yunabyo yagalaze ndikole Jakutuyana Nakuije nakukola chesola Yeah.
Thank you, Rahman. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much, Rahman. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of our fundraising dinner. We are so happy to have you here. I'm Isaac Usalire, your host, together with...
Yes, my name is Grace Morgan, and I will be hosting with my brother from a different father because of DNA. I don't want to say the brother from the same father. So the DNA question separated us from the father who now is just a brother from another father. So we're going to have this evening running up to somewhere, somehow, and so we shall put it to the end. I want to say you're most welcome to this fundraising dinner. And the energy levels seem to be down. I don't know why. Are you fine? Are you okay? Yes. Are you okay? Yes. Viva Whispers. Viva Whispers.
Viva. Viva Whispers.
I think we need to have someone to bring in some traditional beats. We get some energy, then we shall get the chief guest and we start the function. So, join me to welcome the people that have been performing for the last 10 years and have been doing the traditional Afrobeats, music from Africa. And this is one, Pastor Stephen and one Alexa. Thank you.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Mama,
Yes, well, hello.
I thought Whispers ladies will be joining for the dance competition. I don't know what went wrong. You joined, eh? Okay.
We shall have a time for whispers.
Okay.
Yeah, they will challenge and I'm sure.
Okay, one thing is honored to recognize the presence of the chief guest, who is also the second deputy prime minister of Obachawazinga Wabusoga, Owekitiibwa Osman Ahmed Nur. You're most welcome, Baba. And so, in the same vein, today is a very hard day. Like the person who has managed protocol before, it's a house full of big people. I even don't know where to start from. And I want to recognize everyone in this capacity. I have the resident district commissioners, RDC, Senior RDC Richard Gurubebalino, RDC of Jinja District. Thank you for coming. We also have the Director Regional Referral Hospital, Dr. Alfred. Thank you for coming. We have our friends from Hared Petroleum. Thank you so much for coming. Hared, a group of company limited. Thank you. I can also see our friends from the Indian community. Yes. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. We also want to recognize the presence of Karama Ahmed.
Sure.
Medical Director, Nile International Hospital. With us here.
With us, we have man of God, Pastor Shoreman. Yes, thank you so much for coming.
We also want to recognize the presence of our dear landlord, Mr. Kiinji Vincent.
Mr. G, thank you so much for coming up. With us, we have the former youth MP candidate, Honorable Noah Mwidu. Yes, thank you for coming. And also, he's working with Uganda Athletics Federation of Uganda. Thank you for coming. We still have many big people in this house. How I wish we can break down the names. We have Lugada Maddox, Mr. Lugada Maddox, recently crossed from FDC to National Unity Platform. Thank you for joining us, and is eyeing for Jinja District seat, LC5 chairperson. We are glad to have you. We have the CEO of Whispers. Yes, Whispers. Miss Veronica Chekova, thank you so much for joining us. And so I can see the HR, I can see the medical director.
And also in the building, we have Whisper staff with us in here. So we also welcome you. Thank you for being a part of this.
Hey, Whisper staff, can you stand up for recognition?
Whisper staff.
1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you for coming. You look money. Okay, we are registering, and so we'll be recognizing everyone. So don't worry if you have not recognized you. We are not intending, but at a later stage we shall recognize you. So without wasting time, allow me to request you to stand up, and we make this function official. Thank you.
Let's stand up for the anthems.
So, Mr. DJ, Uganda anthem. Thank you so much. It is very true that Uganda is the pearl of Africa, but Busoga is the pearl of Uganda. So let's have Busoga anthem.
Chibumba yetuwa,
Pastor Shua.
Pastor Shuaman. Bana isawa ya kusaba. Stay standing, we pray.
Father God, we thank you for this evening. Thank you for all the people who have contributed in this function. We pray and we thank all the people who have attending this function. In the name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You can kindly take your seats.
You have a right. It's your constitutional right now to sit. It's your constitutional right to sit. I want to recognize the members of press that have joined us this evening. Baba Media Group of Companies, where are you? I can see NBS Group of Companies. I see Vision Group of Companies. Online Media, The Watchdog, Busoga 90.6, yes. 8.6 Kiro FM, I've seen you. Thank you for turning up. I also see the 89 Smart FM. Thank you for turning up.
So we are also live.
Yes.
We're also live on our Facebook platform. That's Whisper Medical Children's Hospital. And our YouTube platform, Whisper Medical Children's Hospital. So you can share links for those who have not been able to attend to watch the event.
Well, yes, that is it, but also feel free to share the link. People must know that we are writing history today as we save the lives of the people. We are doing this because we feel no child and no mother should die. So we are looking at better referrals and also seeing that we can have free ambulance in the communities of Usoga, not just in Usoga, but also Uganda East. I know many people are crossing the bridge to come to Jinja and get medical attention. People from Kayunga, Mukono, and Buyukwe are benefiting from the health services of Jinja City. So it's a pleasure to have you, and thank you so much for taking this moment as a very important moment in touching the lives of the people. So I want to say, take just a second to tell your neighbor, and please appreciate them for turning up. Just tell your neighbor, thank you for turning up. Tell your neighbor you're a star tonight. You're a star. You're a star. Tell your neighbor we are fundraising tonight. We are fundraising for a cause. Tell your neighbor some people are buying beers, bottles of beers and wines, but here for us we're here for a purpose. Tell your neighbor. If I was a pastor, they would be saying, at least I don't have enough fuel. Okay, at this time, I know that you know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, some of you may be wondering. I know all of us know why we are here, but the theme for our event is fueling hope for our patients. For those who might not have known, the theme is fueling hope for our patients. So I just again to our fundraising dinner. We appreciate the time that you've spent. I know it's evening and this is a very busy time for families. We don't take it for granted. And I would like Whisper staff to clap for everyone who has spared time to come and attend our fundraising dinner. We sure count you and may God bless you abundantly.
Okay. 1980, the president of this country decided to go to the bush when things were not running well in the country. So the music manager, if you see me going to the bush, I'll be tending to overthrow your government. So well, at this time, I want to request the IT person to get ready. But as you know that, there's some people that are here in Whispers for the first time. And so I really want us to be defined very well and be understood. So we are going to have back-to-back videos that we're going to take a look at. And as we do that, you'll be getting to know who we are, but also it's important to know that Whispers has been here for many years, and we are still going to count more years of serving the people of this nation, Uganda, serving the people of Busoga, and also seeing that people get quality service. Quality is what we really pursue as Whispers. And also I want to say that this occasion, this event is aiming at saving lives of people. So those that want to save, it's also important that you pick at least an insight of our background, and it's what Isaac and the team will be projecting in the next few seconds. So focus, we'll be right here, and we'll take a look at who we are as Whispers. Cameraman, you can forgive me with that bright light. I know your intention is to make me more light-skinned. You want to make me more light-skinned. But for purpose of this, you're going to leave that light for some few minutes. Sound manager, I don't know what needs to be said. Probably this side where we shall have the sound. Okay, let's wait for the sound. It is important for you to know that today we are doing two important things. We are going to launch our ambulance and free ambulance services, free medical transport to our people in Busoga Sub-Region and Uganda East, but also we'll be launching our television of the Whisper magazine. If your neighbor had intended to attend the wedding ceremony, tell them we have a fundraising dinner. So perhaps you have a neighbor who is ready for wedding, waiting for a wedding. Also reception will be at the Nairobi Casino, everything we are at Nairobi Village. Hotel Ginger. I want to welcome and recognize the RDC of Paisa District, Mr.
Meet Eva, the child who became the dedicated inspiration to the birth of Whispers Magical Children's Hospital. Whispers team undertook a fumigation mission in a village near Ginger Town, where they were approached by a mother holding a newspaper article.
And she was holding the little girl in her hand. I was just so touched.
Heba was diagnosed with a tetralogy of Fallot, congenital heart defect characterized by specific abnormalities in the heart structure. She needed $1,000 for the surgery alone. In addition, she required proper medical and nutritional care prior to undergoing the open heart surgery.
And because Heba kept having episodes of tensions.
Meet Heba, the child who became the dedicated inspiration to the birth of Whispers Magical Children's Hospital. Whispers team undertook a fumigation mission in a village near Ginger Town, where they were approached by a mother holding a newspaper article.
And she was holding the little girl in her hands. I was just so touched.
Heba was diagnosed with the tetralogy of Fallot, congenital heart defect characterized by specific abnormalities in the heart structure. She needed $1,000 for the surgery alone. In addition, she required proper medical and nutritional care prior to undergoing the open heart surgery.
And because Heba kept having episodes of TET spells, I needed to make sure that she stays by the hospital. So because I lived nearby, I requested her mom if they could come and stay with me until she is fit for the surgery. One night while I was working on a computer, I could hear Heba screaming and she was in a lot of agony. She vomited. She was all blue. She lied on her side and her mom was above her opening the window. I've asked, "What are you doing? We have to go to the hospital." And she said, "No. The doctor told me I should just put her on her side and open up the windows." I'm like, this girl is going to die.
While at the hospital, her oxygen saturation dropped down to 42. The doctors said she was breathing her last.
She was completely blue. Her lips were blue, her fingers were blue. Her mom was just above her crying. And I went out and I just prayed.
By miracle, Heba started to improve. She was still admitted on oxygen for another 7 days, until the hard rains flooded the hospital. And that night 7 children died due to power cuts.
I found Mama Heba crying, holding her 3-year-old child. At the time I remember there was a private hospital, so I ran to that private hospital. And the minute we got there, I kind of was like, come on, like this child needs oxygen, can you put on the generator, can you put on the electricity? The receptionist was walking towards me very calmly and she said to me, "If you're going to speak to me this way, I'm not gonna do anything."
As frustrating it was, the hospital connected Heba on oxygen, and Whisper paid for a private ambulance to take Heba to the Heart Institute. Whilst in the Heart Institute, the doctors were prolonging her surgery without giving proper reason. She kept having deadly TET spells and her mum was losing hope.
I said to them, if she is not having the surgery, do anything, I'll take her to Kenya. I'll take her anywhere, but I need that surgery. It took us numerous phone calls to the Heart Institute until that surgery happened. I've promised myself, if Heba survives, I have to make sure that I can bring a hospital that no mother will feel like Mama Heba.
The surgery was successful. However, Heba suffered stroke. She got paralyzed on one side of the body. But with a quick intervention, the blood clot in her brain was dissolved, and she started to recover very fast.
She started to walk again. Everybody kept saying she was a miracle child. Later on, I found out that I never wanted to do surgery because they didn't believe the surgery could be successful.
And this is how Whisper's preparation and determined fundraising started. Today, Whispers Hospital served close to 85,000 children, and little Heba is no longer that little anymore.
Heba's fight for life has helped countless children fight for their own. Her story is as a powerful testament that when dreams are fueled by pure devotion to humanity, they have the potential to manifest into reality.
On page 15, there's a girl holding her sweet. Page 59. Works of kindness. I hope you're all there. That's how it looks like. 59. There's a girl holding a sweet. This is the page. So it's the same. We have the two boys who are jumping next to the girl holding a sweet. This story was given to me by one of our staff. When we were making this magazine, I asked one of the ladies, a housekeeper, to write me a story. The reason I like this story is the way she wrote this story. One, I don't think she has that much education, like any one of us sitting in this room. She wrote me a story, and I imagine when I first heard of a story, I think such stories I read them when I was still a young boy in school. They were very simple stories. But when I look through this story, it has the background of charity. When I read from where she wrote here, it's that when a child gives, they never keep it at heart. That's a very important factor. They give and they forget. It's another very important factor. Even when they give and you don't take what they have given, others cry. But still, they give what they love. This message doesn't come from this lady, but it comes from the Bible. I'm a religious man. There's a gentleman called Paul, the apostle. All the churches that exist in the world, they came from the verses of Paul. What does Paul say? Paul says, if I give all my possession to the poor, and I give over my body to hardship, so that I may boast, but I don't have love, I have not given. That's what Paul says. He says against nothing. He says, love is patient. Love is kind. Love doesn't boast. Love is not proud. It does not dishonor. If I am to rewrite Paul's words, I would say,
the word love, you replace it with God. What Paul should have written was God. So Paul, instead of writing the word God, he wrote love. So it should have been love is God is patient. God is kind. And we all believe that is God. God is not proud. I think we all believe God is not proud. God will never dishonor. And I tell you the truth from today on. When you live in this world, that none of you here has ever given like the way God has given. And secondly, none of you will start in your bed and you think you can give if it's not by God. Because even those who kill, they are asked by something. So as we gather here, we should understand when we give to everyone, we are giving to God. Whatever we have in our possession is from God. When you give, don't seek any attention. When you give, don't seek any respect. The Bible says when one hand gives, let the next one not look at what you have given. So you give with your heart. Whispers is an organization, which is not an international organization based on nations. When you hear of USAID, you hear of the UN, we have a of very strong governments. But Whispers is an organization that is funded by individuals like you. People who receive salaries and they say every month, I'll give $10 to this organization. But some of these gentlemen, we have never met them. Others have died, and we have never met them in person. Others, they find us online. And they say, I'm sending to this charity $5 every month. This is the life we need to live. This is the life of each and every one in this organization. Once we start thinking that way, the truth is very simple. The world will be a better place. But the challenge today, we give to be in the news. We give to see if anyone has known we have given. So let this fundraising dinner open us up to that true giving. Let it start our hearts to give to everyone, not the kids, not only money, but even a shirt, even soap can be very important. So on this note, I welcome you all for this dinner. I welcome you all to Whispers family, and I thank you all that you're able to come to this event and embrace and share the joy of the success of this organization. We are very happy to see you today. Thank you very much.
Let's give a round of applause to our manager as he gets back. Thank you so much.
Yes, little did I know that Mr. William is a man of God. He was referring us to some good texts in the Bible. Thank you so much, sir, for those quotes. I want to recognize people that have just joined us. The RDC of Palisa District, Mr. Majid Duksoka. Thank you for coming. You know, when you're pretending over Palisa and you choose to come to Jinja for a cause, that's indeed love that Mr. William has been talking about. We've been joined by Honorable Maria Bedokwaska Natavi, Mutembe's next MP. Thank you so much for coming. We're glad to have you. She's a member of National Unity Platform, so there's no doubt that she's putting on red. You don't need to question the red as a color. So next is to have one or two short videos.
We are going to have 3 very short videos. This video here that you're watching, let's first clap for our landlord, Mr. Kiinji Vincent. He gave up his building for Whispers Magical Children's Hospital.
Sure.
Veronica was just a tenant there, and when he saw the bigger vision, I think he realized it's better having a hospital in his building than having tenants just sleeping there. So it was a very difficult decision he took. Some of you know, when you have very loyal tenants, it was a very difficult decision for him to kindly tell the tenants to leave the building and fully give it to Whispers. We appreciate you so much, Mr. Kiinji. And whatever you're going to see there,
It was actually also very strategic for a guest house, but I decided to give it for a hospital.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Giving out a very prime building in town for a hospital, not a guest house. Guest house is a polite word. I was going to use another word, but let me reserve it. Yeah, so whatever you're going to see there is the kind of artistic work, the kind of preparations that were done in a very short period of time by our magical CEO, Veronica, to make it a very unique hospital. I know some of you pass there, see butterflies, you pass there, you see a lot of things that represents us as Whispers Magical Children's Hospital. Kindly watch. to make sure you work on those babies and they get discharged in the shortest time possible. But the only problem we face is they feel Whispers is better than home. We just have to explain to them that you're in a hospital. You go back home. So thank you so much, our dear CEO. I know it took a lot of brains, it took a lot of time, it took a lot of money. You can just look at all Whisper staff and you see how they are dressing right now. I think you can see how the ladies look. Don't they look beautiful? Yeah, you can come to me for details of the some of them. But let's move on to the next video very fast. We are playing 2 more videos, very short videos, and we get to the next item.
Did you know that Whispers Magical Children's Hospital provided healthcare services to now 60,000 children since March 2016? Out of the 60,000 patients.
Did you know that Whispers Magical Children's Hospital provided healthcare services to now 60,000 children since March 2016? Out of the 60,000 patients, close to 11,000 children would have otherwise died if Whisper didn't exist.
Since then, Whisper provided over 250,000 plates of breakfast, lunch and dinner to its patients, caretakers and staffs completely free.
In the last 5 years we transfused 2,100 liters of packed cells to patients diagnosed with malaria, to malnourished children, to children in sickle cell crisis or patients with burns.
Did you know that close to 3,000 patients were treated completely free?
And this has been all possible because 82% of our expenses are donated by our past, new and existing donors. That's why our pediatric patients can access our medical services, including expensive, unlimited admissions, for as little as $12.
Our mission is to revive trust in charity and humanity by becoming the children's hospital with the highest positive impact in Africa.
We've always had challenges with referral in.
When Whisper realized that the hospital kept receiving more and more patients in critical condition, or patients who almost died because of delays in transport.
Children are coming here in such a dying condition.
Given the significant financial resources being utilized by Whisper to sustain the costly operations of the emergency hospital, the prospect of reaching the $35,000 target appeared exceedingly challenging, if not seemingly impossible.
So CPR needs to be done and the breathing has to be supported, and it's absolutely unacceptable to carry such a child in a car like this.
Whisper persistently embraced a profound love for saving lives, going to great lengths to transport critically ill patients in their own personal vehicles, recognizing the emotional toll and immense stress it placed on everyone involved in the process. When Whisper received a grant in July 2021, within a month, Whisper purchased their dream ambulance.
Finally, after 5 years of crying, we finally our
until
ambulance.
The unexpected happened.
A little update about our ambulance. I'm so sorry I wasn't in touch about the update because it has been such a roller coaster. The clearing engine we appointed claimed the ambulance got mechanical problems, and he decided to fix the ambulance without our proper authorization and giving us even a chance to see it for ourselves.
In a disappointing turn of events, the long-awaited ambulance failed to arrive as expected. After a frustrating delay of 2 months, the vehicle was finally delivered in a devastating condition, deemed unfit for road use as determined by the police vehicle inspection. Whisper received disheartening news that in order to retrieve the ambulance from the bond, they would need to cough up an additional $10,000 for environmental taxes. Moreover, extensive repairs were estimated to cost at least another $12,000, further compounding their financial burden. In a disheartening turn of events, Whisper faced a tremendous letdown as they failed to deliver on their promise to donors, resulting in a loss of approximately $40,000 in their ambitious endeavor to acquire an ambulance. This setback left the organization feeling utterly shattered.
It's very heartbreaking and very nerve-wracking for me.
However, a glimmer of hope emerged when Emmeline, a spirited and passionate Ugandan businesswoman, became aware of the situation. Driven by a deep sense of empathy and determination, Emmeline embarked on a mission to turn the tide of sorrow into a wave of happiness and restoration, and donated to Whisper a brand new ambulance. And the rest is a history.
Yes, mic check. Mic check, 1, 2. Whispers! Whispers! Ambulance is here! Ambulance is right
here! Finally, the long-awaited day arrived. The ambulance, adorned with hope and resilience, stood before them. It was a symbol of triumph, a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the unwavering power of destiny. The story of Whisper and Emmeline would forever be etched in the annals of time, reminding us that when something is meant to be, it will find its way, no matter what obstacles lie in its path.
And so, the tale of Whisper serves as a timeless reminder that destiny has a remarkable way of unfolding. In the battle between darkness and light, evil may cast its shadow, but it is love and humanity that emerge triumphant, for they possess the power to conquer all obstacles and restore harmony to the world.
Patients. I know all other hospitals feed patients, but they feed patients at a what? At a fee. But when someone comes to Whisper Magical Children's Hospital, they are entitled to free breakfast, free lunch, and free supper. And that is possible because of very good-hearted people, just like you. That's why we appreciate you that you're in this place. Just like there are those good-hearted people that make it a point for us to feed patients, we are also very happy that you're here to help us transport our patients for free. Give yourselves a hand clap for that. Thank you. We are so aggrieved about that. We've always longed to have an ambulance at Whisper Magical Children's Hospital, and it has always been a dream, so we can save more lives in Busoga and the entire Uganda. As you know very well, there are a lot of kids that just die on their way to hospitals, but because they don't have ways of being transported to hospital. There are a lot of children in Chidera, there are a lot of children in Kaliro, and all those other villages. It has always been our dream. But just like Madame Veronica, dear CEO, will explain to you here, we tried our level best and got our first ambulance. I think you saw in the photos. But whatever happened to that ambulance, she will get to explain to you. It never reached Whispers, and it never served its what? Its purpose, because of the issues that you'll get to know. I think you saw the condition that it was in. Thanks to a very, very great person, Emmeline of Emmeline Cosmetics. Let's clap for her. I know she's following us on her live. Emmeline Cosmetics is a Ugandan. You see, for us Ugandans think we have to get donations or we have to get aid from those who are from outside countries. But the shocking news is that brand new ambulance you saw at the entrance was donated to us. That brand new ambulance you saw was donated to us by a very generous young lady. That's Emmeline. and we appreciate her for that, and we are very happy that right now we have an ambulance that we shall use to save lives in Busoga. And I'm very sure in the next few weeks we are going to get calls from Bwana RDC, and we shall be very happy when we are in Balisa picking picking children to bring them to Whisper Medical Children's Hospital. So that's the brief history of why we are here. We are here to celebrate our brand new ambulance, and we are here to make an impact as Ugandans, because that ambulance was not donated to us by donors from outside. It was donated by our very own Ugandan. And I believe we as Ugandans can also make a what? Make a point. We make a point and we change whatever has been known that only aid comes from out. So that's the reason we are here. And my co-MC, I think you can take on from there.
Thank you so much, Isaac, and I want to appreciate the generous people that have turned up this evening. We can have more MOUs in this building, and we get beyond an ambulance this evening. So, just seen a video, we watched a video of what happened to our ambulance, and we've also seen many people that have been touched. So this evening, we are privileged to have one of the people that testify for many times that have benefited from Whispers Foundation. I want to invite Mr. Godfrey to give just a big testimony. Godfrey is a beneficiary and one of the pioneers of Whispers.
Just like you know, Godfrey, very, very brief.
Very
I'm
brief.
sure he will take the shortest time possible to give us his testimony about Whispers Medical Children's Hospital. He's one of the beneficiaries of Whispers. There are so many. I think you saw Hiba. She had a heart chest surgery, and as I talk right now, she's a very healthy girl. Let Godfrey give us his testimony. The microphone is here.
Be as brief as the President of West Africa, Elder President.
Thank you so much. So I told you to be brief. Wait, I think. Is it on? This is actually going to be brief.
Want a red one here, please?
Yeah, okay, I will advise. This is actually going to be brief. I think I will use my local language. Yes.
It's okay.
Is it okay? Okay, thank you so much. Ndakubanga kasabu kanyama nsa mu mumpipi. Nze amaina gange nzibayisa Godfrey. As the beneficiary, nze izakasi nje kufuna mu Whisper. Wekyogera nti buli muntu ayinza okuba atyatya. Okuva 2016 paka n'olwaleero nebaza ekisa kya Katonda nti nkafuna mu Whisper. Nebaza ino Katonda nti akali kusaidia yange. Nebaza ne Whisper staff yona nisi together nti bakayiberere ninze. There are so many people here just seeing Godfrey, and this is their first time to see me. I started with Whisper 2016. Up to now, I'm still benefiting from Whisper. How? Only if people just look at salary. If you get salary, I'm benefiting. Something else, you don't see it as a value. I mean, when you talk about because I was born again, and good enough, even the pastor is here. Whoever has been there. Mokutala bombi nze nali nja kufa. Natuka ku umugogo okufa. I got a very terrible accident. But because of Whisper, together with the power of God, I'm still here, I'm still breathing, and I'm talking before you. Mwamazi wa mayaka kakuilokiza makaile mbele labda nalo kinga mwe chonka. I right now wale wishenzi ile ndio mama mayaka kaga kuilokiza na mama makaile wale wewe nao history ya Hiba nao na mama Hiba twali ni mama Hiba ngatusanuka forgetting into wale wewe ndio problem we faced before ngatuwasa nufu. I get to get you. I'm going to go. My father, I'm going to find me. Katonda mukulu, Katonda aliyo. Actually, Whisper helped me. And Whisper is still there with me. In that accident, I had no any single pain. And addition to that, by then, I was a bit out of Whisper. But due to the much love I had with my boss, Madame Veronica, she loved me a lot. The moment she had got to the accident, among the first 5 to approach where I reached, or where I was by that time, she was among those. And she came direct to me. Because I was broken, but the brain was still beating. I was recognizing this is so, this is so, this is so. I saw Madame Veronica coming to me. She called me, Godfrey. I turned up like this. In a very pain. She didn't talk any single word to me. Again, she told Dr. Fast, he's still alive. She ran away. You know, she's so fast in her thing. After saying like that, they moved out. They left me there in emergency, alone, crying from there. So I was thinking maybe I'm going back. I left everything with God. In a few minutes, she came back. She tried to go again. I tried to do this. She went back crying, but she was crying. I also started crying that day. Yes, I was crying before. I thought that is my last day. To see you people, to see Madame Veronica. But God was on me, and He was on my side. Actually, the last word I heard from Madame Veronica when I was in the hospital, in emergency, he said, Godfrey, I'm taking you back home. What came in my brain? I thought she's taking me back to Oyende, where I came from. I was like, what? I'm taking you back home. It's okay. Because I had nothing by then. What she was meaning, I'm taking you from here to Whisper. Okay. I read. They treated me. Actually, I thank all the Whisper staff. And I think some of them, they're here by the time I was being treated. So is there, Fakat is there, and many of you. What I'm talking is not a lie, it's true. I don't know how much they charge at St. James. I think some of you know. But she stood each and every cost. But I'm also going to have to go
Let's clap for the singing.
What people do say, that thing is expensive. Yes, I'm bragging. Rather, even we now I'm expensive. Because if I manage to have expensive thing in my leg, I'm also expensive. Right now, as I went up, then, okay, maybe the Lava Kovalanga qualifying Magana to Kilangana. But even right now, today, as I talk, Veronica, she's still the one taking care of me. And even when I talk to here, she called me, where are you? You come. She's still taking care of me. But, therefore, I take this opportunity to thank this part.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Whispers. There are very many testimonies that we have from Whispers. I don't know when you are watching the video. I don't know if you saw the 60,000 lives that we've saved. I wish to invite all of us, when you get time, you come and visit us at Whisper Medical Children's Hospital. You see what happens and the lives that we save. The very many malnourished children that we save in Uganda. And all of you know that we also have a free sickle cell clinic. I think you know that Eastern region is ranked highest among children with sickle cell disease, and we have stood up to make sure those children's lives are saved. I remember when we were growing up, we had stories that a sickle cell child never makes it to 10 years. We have people, actually we have adults that come to our clinic and they're as old as 35. So isn't that a good testimony? So let me just invite
as we invite you, we need to clap for God for more time. The man who expressed leg now, say it doesn't express the leg, then also interesting to say. Time is running against us, and Isaac have just been told that if time is running against you, you do not need to use English. You can use soccer or same time. So, no way to myself, never never, and we go grand over the okay, I'm inviting this time.
abagenyi baffe mwena abaze abalwana n'essanyu lingi abagenyi baffe abamu bali bawulira buzi ku redio naye leero kya mukisa wona abalaba bali wano okugeza nga ya RDC Pastor Shwamani amajiri bisoka iwa mukisa nnyo okulabeka nti balabire wano okubalako nga tuli wano nebaza Whispers okulabeka okutukuuma okutuuka mu budde Whisper yakunye okugwa 28 paka lwaleero tusooka tujagaali tudda embutaayi tubadde embutaayi okumala ebbanga etusiizidde ne tujja wano kugizaamu netuvudde kugizaamu ne tujja Madivani Road. So mwekyo mukakasa kuli Whisper nambukufu mu bintu byayo Madam Veronica saba busabi basitaafu awamu n'abagenyi baffe okutuuleko mu bugalo. Madam Veronica omugabengeka naye kasita okumanya kikyayagala. Madam Veronica ye muntu atalina kuwuliriza ng'ambo. Madam Veronica bw'owulira ekigambo kino kiriwo kiti n'agamba nakkiriza tusinakukala nakkiriza naye nga si musanyufu ky'omugambi. So ku lw'ensonga eyo ndi musanyufu okulabika nti tuli wano ffenna lwa Whispers tuli wano nga alina essanyu ebizibu bingi byanyambye Madam Veronica wano tunaye akazaala omwana ng'abulako emyezi owakusala bamwamba okunaku emitwalo 12 naye bwenakuba essimu Veronica batikamabalibagawameza omwana omulala wenyinya walwadde bamukwaya okutulabika nga banyamba ekibanga ndina essanyu lingi nnyo ebigambo ebimu tukutamu mukwakwayo lwasanyu ndina lingi nti nyambiddwa nnyo naye nga omuntu anyamba si ye taata si ye maama naye mukwano gwange ate takomye okukweto kyayamba nze senka nosanyufu kuba abakulu agavumenti abaze wano RDC nti nange kimpati ssanyu okwerekereza gyomutekereza nemujja wano okulabika nti mubuuliriza ku bigambo byaffe oba muwagira negundi Whispers. Whispers yekola ekintu nga tekiri mu mbeera yonna, temulimu byekera, temulimu kisyaga, temulimu nguzi, ekola kulabirira abantu mu bulambutukufu nga temulimu kintu kyonna. So olwekyo kusiima busiimi abakulu ba gavumenti omuze mwebali kuwagira ddwaliro lyaffe kubeerawo, mwebali kuwagira toloteka kubeerawo, tusobola okutuyamba abamu fenna. Era ngamba nti abagenyi baffe bonna abali ebbande, abali e Kampala, abaliwa, eddwaliro lirimu Whispers liyamba likola omulimu nga tekuliiko musawo agamba nti obambuzi oba ki, era nebaza abasawo baffe mwenna enkolagana ennungi emulina. Mwebali nnyo, mwebali ddala.
Thank you so much. Mr. Yusuf's speech is about thanking the CEO for establishing a very good hospital, and also he has commended the staff for being professional enough. Ethics and integrity in Whispers, it's at its best. So without wasting time, he has said there's no corruption in Whispers. Whispers is a good team and words, so many words. I want to invite the medical director to affirm what Mr. Yusuf is saying. Mr. Dr. Emmanuel Ofong Enrique.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay. I think I'm not going to reintroduce myself again. I'm called Dr. Emmanuel Ofong. I'm in the capacity of the medical director of our beloved Whispers Magical Children's Hospital and Maternity. So without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and valued supporters, good evening and welcome to our fundraising event. Whispers Magical Children's Hospital is a hospital which is established with the heart of charity and with the heart of serving the community at large. It is an honor to stand here before you tonight. I'm excited and I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who is here for this noble cause which we are here for tonight. Of great importance, one of the things I will be talking about tonight would be the financing, particularly of our healthcare services. As you can see from the short video clips we've watched this evening, it has shown a lot how we've evolved in terms of technology and in terms of our services over the years. Whispers Magical Children's Hospital is a hospital whereby we have what we call a fixed cost system. Those of us that are familiar with health service management and health economics, you will know that there are different models to healthcare financing. And because money is always something which is scarce, resources, and that's why organizations, actually major healthcare financiers like the NHS in UK, you find them always evolving their financing models in order to adapt to the increasing cost of financing healthcare. So on this note, Whispers Magical Children's Hospital and Maternity, having what you call a fixed cost model. What does this fixed cost model mean? This fixed cost model simply means when you get into Whispers Magical Children's Hospital, what you pay is just what I would term a contribution. So patients are made to pay 40,000, which in most cases, not all of them pay. Those who actually pay, they pay 40,000. And this 40,000 is supposed to cover consultation, laboratory tests, and medication. Those of us that are fully aware of the cost of these services externally, you are aware that just a consultation alone in most facilities is as high as 60,000, leave alone the tests and medications. And we know the cost of medication, whereby we even have some of our drug suppliers who are here, and they can attest to how much we spend on medication. And if such a patient is admitted in our facility, such a patient is made to pay 60,000 shillings as what you call a fixed cost for admission. So you would have patients who would be there in the hospital for be it a month, 2 months, 3 months, or thereabouts. And this patient would pay 60,000 shillings, whereby this 60,000 shillings is supposed to be what I would say, if you are to break it down, That is supposed to cover the nursing care, the doctor's review on ward, the feeding which we have to the patient, the surgeries, I'm talking about the pampers, the injections, the medications and all what have you. You can do the math for yourself and see that this 60,000 is actually a little fraction. I would say in most cases, there are patients that have conditions and you would find out that the actual cost of treatment for such patients would be up to 500,000. But this patient has in actual sense contributed just 60,000. Our neonatal intensive care unit is also another area whereby patients, I'm so proud to be associated with Whispers at such a time, whereby our neonatal intensive care unit has become a destination for many peripheral facilities, both government, private, and others, whereby patients receiving the neonatal intensive care unit, I mean the NICU. If those of us who are not medical, NICU is a place whereby you receive babies who are less than 1 month of age, and they are those who are in critical condition, and they are treated from there. In our neonatal intensive care unit, we actually charge the babies, I would call the term babies, we charge them 170,000, and those ones who are prematures, we charge them 270,000 as admission fee. And that admission fee, you would call it unlimited, meaning they pay it as a one-off. And we know the cost in treating such patients. So imagine you have a premature who is supposed to undergo phototherapy, stay in the incubator, have the nurses feed them, have that close intensive care, have the doctors review them and all of that. So despite all of this, you find out that the mother or the parent have paid 270,000. And such patients, I'm talking of the prematures, they may stay in the hospital for as long as 2 months, 3 months, as the case may be. And all of this is cost. So you may find that we are actually spending up to 10 million on the treatment of such patients. I'm talking of the actual cost, because there are drugs that have to be put in. We're talking about the labor, because the doctors and the nurses have to work in different shifts. And in intensive care unit, there is a maximum limit, or I would say the load that a nurse is supposed to attend to. So that's on its own makes healthcare financing for us very expensive. So as a hospital, how did we try to break some of these barriers? Of course, we have the donors who donate, and we know the things with donations, they are dynamic. Meaning today you may have a donor, tomorrow you may not have that donor. And like you've been told by the human resource manager earlier on, that most of our donors are people like us here in this room. They are people who earn salaries. So from their little salaries, they are able to make those donations. But you may find in a case whereby one of the donors has lost their job, and you are stuck and you have to continue financing the healthcare. And that was why we introduced other services in order for us to generate income. And some of the services we introduced was, we introduced the maternity units, whereby currently we charge 450,000 for normal delivery and 1.2 million for a cesarean section. However, these costs are still subsidized, because when you look at the human resource, I'm talking of the labor, in those units, you find out that you are actually spending a lot on those, and what remains from as the fraction from that maternity wing is very little, which you are supposed to use to finance the pediatric section. We also introduced things like private wing. This private wing is still very, very much subsidized. Subsidized in the aspect that the patients who are admitted in the private wing do not pay for drugs. They just pay for just the bed space, and they pay 50,000 per night. So you find out that the patient is there, and the patient may be on very expensive medications or expensive laboratory tests, but we still have to keep such patients there. And at the end of the day, you find out there is not much revenue being generated to cover our operational costs. And so at this juncture, that's why I'm proud to say, or rather I can boldly say, our revenue actually is still in deficit as opposed to our operational costs. On a monthly basis, Unfortunately, this was not put on our previous video that we had highlighted the number of patients we've treated. Our revenue goes up to 60 or 70 million. That is a month that we have done so well. And our expenses go as high as 150 to 170 million. That's a total of salaries, taxes, drugs, and all these other things. So if you do the math for yourself, you can see we are running in deficit. And so that tells you that there is still a gap in our healthcare financing. And that's where goodwill individuals who are willing to bridge the gap for that healthcare financing, you're always welcome for that. And that is why undertaking this course of providing free ambulance services to our clients, it is something we know it is a big, it is a big task to undertake. But as Whispers, we are never afraid of challenges. And that's why we are boldly telling you that whatever donation you would make here tonight, your donation, it shall be well accounted for. Whatever donation you shall make here tonight, just be rest assured your money shall be put to the right cause. Thank you very much, and I hope that by the end of this evening, we will all put our hands into our pockets to ensure that these children will get the free ambulance services. And you're also welcome to be a monthly donor for Whispers in case you want. Nothing is too small, even if it's 5,000 shillings. You can be a regular donor and say every month I want to give you people 5,000 shillings to enable you people to do the work you're doing. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. M.M. Enrique Ofong, for the wonderful insight and giving us an overview, the charges, the costs of operations at Whispers and so many others. People seem to be a little bit sleepy. Are we still okay? Are we feeling fine? Where is Rahma? Rahma, where? Okay, Rahma should give us something. Then as Rahma is doing that, be ready and get ready to hear from the visionary lady, the lady behind the Whispers, the vision bearer of Whispers Magical Children's Hospital. She'll be speaking to us in the next few minutes. But for that, Rahma is going to do something with a guitar. Hey, Rahma, please.
Are you ready, Rahma?
Just one for the road.
Let's clap as Rahma gets on
Rahma
stage.
gets in here, King Dancer. King Dancer is going for second day. Get ready to dance.
I expect Whisper staff to use this opportunity.
Sure. They'll be dancing. Rahma is doing the thing.
Yeah. Rahma is my name. The great grandchild of the Nile. A Rahma the girl and sugar. And non-stop vibrations. Expect no substitute. Compositions, visualizing Usoga to be on the top, on the utmost top, just like Whispers. Yeah. See the revolutions, they wanna receive a revolutions. Receive a revolutions. You guys, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Round of applause for Rama and the Kingdom Sankosa. I expect it to proceed great. I don't know what. Okay, microphone saying Alimba. Ladies, I'm seeing the RDC, Mr. Majidu and Mr. Bulu saying that's what Mr. Museveni brought, peace. We can now listen to some nice music. As the NUP guy is saying, no, we are not yet there. Well, I want to take this time, ladies and gentlemen, to invite a lady who decided to travel miles and miles, kilometers to come to Uganda. Her vision was to see that she touches lives of the people, and I want to say she has done that. She has been supportive to see that many babies and mothers find alive. And it's true that the video was very elaborate that during lockdown, her personal vehicle turned into an ambulance. She has left her comfort for the child of Busoga, for the children of Uganda. The vision bearer of Whispers Magical Children's Hospital, and now also Whispers Nursing School of International Excellence. Touching lives directly and indirectly, treating children, employing people that later take care of their families. This person is Miss Veronica Chepkova. I want to take this wonderful moment to invite you, Madam Veronica Chepkova. Round of applause for Madam Veronica.
Everyone
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here today. It is my big day. I have been here for 14 years, and this is the first time I'm having anything like this, or we are having anything like this. And it makes me really happy that some of the faces have come here who perhaps even know me. And actually came to this fundraising event. So I'm very happy, and of course, our staff, those are the stars of the evening. I just wanted to say, I wrote a speech, but I thought, you know what, no, let me just say it out of my head, because it's something that I very much know, and it is sometimes the perception about whispers that many people have, even here around Jinja, Uganda, and not just here, outside of Uganda, is that, you know what, Whisper has money. And I think it has hurt so many people because Whisper has money. Whisper doesn't need money. And it is such a shallow mind because people see Whispers having, you know, successful stories. Whispers having an impact, and we have a lot of patients coming. But I want just to say that it's not because of the money, or because we have money, or because there is money. It is because the people who are working for Whispers. And it is not the people that they get, the salaries they get. It is not they are working at Whispers because for the salaries they get. And it's not because they get to do what they're supposed to do because they are paid for it. It is because they go the extra mile. And I have hundreds and hundreds of examples when Whisper staff went the extra mile for the last almost 8 years for patients. And this is where the impact of Whispers lies, and that's what made us very, very successful, let me say. I remember when we opened on Nizam Road, we've had a lot of electricity issues. There was countless nights when people from Whispers have been called at midnight, at 3 in the morning, myself included. We'll go and rush for mechanics, for electricians to fix our generator. We've run to countless nights to pick patients who had no help to take to the hospitals. And I know that many of you know exactly what I'm talking about, Dr. Fahad. And this has never left us. This extra mile for the patient has never left us. We've spent countless hours in offices thinking, how can we find a solution for so many different issues that have come? Not only medical issues, but also operational issues. And a lot of challenges. If it wasn't for the people who go the extra mile for the patients, who are called at night and who always respond, Whisper wouldn't be successful and it wouldn't have that kind of impact. And I believe that every one of us here in Jinja as a community, we're not supposed to do things just to be seen. Just to be seen and to do something, but we have to go the extra mile to have a real impact and make. I've been in Uganda for so long, and I've been living in Jinja for so many years, and it is the time we have to come together to restore our community. It has been broken a lot on many occasions. I've been here. I know what has been happening here. I've been part of every single election for the president. I've been part of in so many different events here. And it is us to come together and look at the positive and the good things and actually put our heart into actions and things like this, for example. We cannot push each other, push each other against each other. We have to work together. we have now internationally representatives, a director. And you could say that, you know what, these are our virals, or virals, I don't know how, but yeah, we don't say that, yeah, competitors, but we have been here for each other. And you see, it's again something amazing. When one day, 3 years ago, I got very, very, very sick. In fact, I was going to die. I was so sick. And they took me to NAH International because of its physicians. But I was so incredibly surprised when they gave me the treatment completely free of charge. And it touched me so much. Because I've never realized that there is somebody who would actually want to do that here in Jinja for me. And we have been always working together. We've been borrowing their ambulance. They give us free ambulance for our patients so many times. We still take patients for cardiac echoes to NAH International. We work with their CT scans. We work together. We sterilize each other's equipment and one could say those two could be working against each other. But it's so amazing because they understand that we are treating those who wouldn't otherwise be able to be treated, and not perhaps in NAH International. And I love this spirit. And I really appreciate you are here today. And that goes to every single one of you who have come here today. Because it is the power that we have as individuals to do the extra thing for each other. And I'm not just not talking because I have founded Whispers, I brought Whispers here. But I'm inspired every day by the doctors we have at Whispers. They can sit next to the patient for hours and hours, bugging the patient so the patient survives. We have nurses who travel far distances with patients around, Kampala, Entebbe, Jinja. We have nurses who sometimes don't even sleep because we have very sick patients. We have Isaac, where is he? Isaac is not a medic, but how many times he makes himself available 24/7 for the hospital. And it is not because we pay him or because he has something out of it extra. It's because he's the kind of person that our community needs. He's been called day and night to come and help us with anything that he can help with, especially the IT stuff, yeah. I can talk about Isaac, I can talk about some of the housekeepers, some of the maintenance guys that we employ who've been for us there and for us, each other. We've been there for each other. And let me tell you one thing, I think the most beautiful thing about Whisper is that we keep smiling. We keep smiling at each other all the time, no matter how much Veronica has been trying to be buried the day before. Veronica will try to come next day with a smile. And all of our nurses try to have and they have the same approach. We all have a lot of issues, and Uganda is challenging for everybody. And being in such a frustrating environment like Whispers, where you see dying kids coming to you from, being just literally thrown at Whispers, completely knocked down, yes, that sometimes, especially when you feel like, what do we do now? We can't just let them go. And it's so frustrating. And especially when we had issues with the ambulance. It's frustrating. It's something terrible to see mother who is, exactly where the mother comes from. I've been to, I don't know how many Busoga districts, 11 now or 12. I've been to all of those districts, I've been traveling, I've been in a lot of outreaches, and I know how these people live. And they come, they don't have food, they don't have drinks, they don't have any money, and they come and they tell us, we cannot leave Whispers because they told us you're going to help us. We have nowhere else to go. We don't want to go anywhere. Even if the child is about to just breathe its last, and we have no blood, they put these children to us. They said you'll help us. And we always try to deal with every single patient this way. We try. Sometimes we fail, but we try. It's been always number one thing. Let us not send patients away, and if we have to send patients away, we find a solution. But these things, again, needs a lot of going out your comfort zone all the time. And I wish that all of us would embrace this kind of approach, because we need the humanity in our country here. And that's why I'm so happy that you guys came. And I hope that we can fuel this ambulance. It has been really a dream, because until it is your own child, you understand how frustrating it is when they tell you, oh, first send money for fuel. How many of you have been in the deep villages when you get sick? And then you have to call someone and they tell you first send money for fuel. Really, at 3 in the morning. And how stressful it is when you have a baby, your own child who is in fevers, and you can't get help. Somebody said to me, Veronica, we are going to, I have 20 years to live, because, I'm like, why do you have 20 years to live? And he said, because our average age of survival is 50. And I'm like, but you know what? You are a medic. We are at Whispers. Let us make that kind of healthcare that we can rely on. We are not going to just think at 50 we're going to die. Or when we have an accident, we're going to just die because we know we're not going to get help. We cannot put ourselves to this standard. It is in your power, I told him. Let's make a hospital healthcare so we have something amazing for ourselves and for our children and for our parents. And that's what I'm working towards. That's my mission. My mission is to really get the best out of each other. I'm very happy that you all came. And this ambulance should be free of charge. We don't know how much it is going to take. During the lockdown, we've used around 100,000 every day on fuel to pick people in and out from all sorts of places. I don't know how much and how long we will be able to do this, but I also will be fundraising for it, because to me it's one of the best projects ever to have a free ambulance to pick you when you get an accident in Mabiran, you know. So I appreciate the most every single one of you who will donate tonight, who have donated, who have come and supported, and as I said on the radio, at least your blessings will be also very much enough, and your prayers. And we're going to have a free number that we're going to display on our ambulance, which will be active the minute the ambulance is ready. So thank you so much for everybody for coming, and enjoy your dinner.
Wow, thank you so much, our dear CEO. Let's give her a round of applause when she gets back. We appreciate your dear CEO for having that motherly heart.
Sure.
She's not Ugandan. I think all of you know that. But she's there. Actually, she's not Ugandan. And to make matters worse, she's not a Musoga like us. But she made it a point to come to what? To come to Musoga. So if you're a Musoga out there, let's clap for her. Because I think we, the Musoga, are the direct beneficiaries of Veronica being in Uganda. So as she was talking, I was trying to reflect on a lot of issues that if a foreigner, sorry to use that word, a foreigner can come from her country to come and save us, how much can we as Ugandans, and how much can we as the Basoga or the Jinja inhabitants? I think Owechitiwa Osman knows it very well, and our Chamazinga says that everyone who lives in Musoga is a what? So a Musoga. Everyone who lives in Musoga is a Musoga by default. So you may be shocked maybe one time when we are calling Veronica Owechitiwa, when she's in church, help, you're getting it. So what I was trying to reflect on is, if she can do such a thing, how much can we as Ugandans? How much can we as Basoga do? So on that note, I just want to appreciate some of these people. If I don't read your name, it will be read. This is the list that I have right now, and there are very, very many people. I want to appreciate you for also turning up and for being a part of this. And we are very happy. There are very many ways you're going to contribute to fueling this ambulance. You can say give us fuel for a full month for the ambulance. So I just want to appreciate Tata Owen in absentia. Tata Owen already supported us with fuel. I want to appreciate Clinic Master International. I want to appreciate St. Jude, Kibo Group, Mr. Kiriji Vincent, our landlord. He also contributed. Calderon, One for Another, Horizon International School, NBS Group of Companies, Mr. Rikesh, he has been there. CB Pharma, we also want to recognize your support and your presence. Michael MC, you can take us on.
Sure. I want to recognize the contribution from Honorable Maria Dokwaska Natalie. She sent in some good money. Mr. Noah Mwidu, we acknowledge the receipt of the contribution he sent. Mr. Maddox Lugada, newly crossed from FDC to NUP. Pastor Shoreman is always on shore. Shore side indeed.
Yeah, so thank you all, and clap for yourself for coming, because we are going into that opportune time. Some of you may be saying, I've been left out. I would like to buy 2,000 liters of fuel, but I've been left out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Michael MC, you can guide on this, on how we are going to do it.
We are still receiving messages, and we are going to run very fast for the next item on the agenda. I think it's important also to know the people we have in this building, because Veronica, being the host, she had to give that wonderful speech. Then later we get to know some people that we have in the building. I think, I don't know.
We are going to be very, very fast.
We are going to spare Whisper staff. I think will come last. Let's just run very fast. You just use a 1 minute, your name, where you're coming from, what you're doing, and maybe you add on something. We have also pledge cards on our tables. Feel free to say, I'll be donating this per year, per month, per week, or every day.
Yeah, so we are going to use this very time, just like he said. You tell us your name, where you're from, and possibly, I know most of us are being compelled to give. I know there's someone there who says 2,000 liters is very little for me. So we can use this time, and we are just using 1 minute. I'll start from...
Sure, they can even tell us what they know about this match. Sure.
Yeah, just let's use 1 minute to recognize everyone that's here, except the Whisper staff. Thank you so much.
Make a speech in 1 minute.
I prefer introducing myself for this time. My name is Mwidu Noah Samuel, a former aspirant for Youth MP Eastern Uganda. The votes did not amount to that cause to make me a member of parliament, but I hope one day I'll be in parliament representing the people. As of now, I work with Uganda Athletics Federation as the administrator of the Golden Federation of Uganda. Whenever you hear of a golden medal coming to Uganda, it's usually from athletics, not so. I got to know Whispers from my brother Morgan. You know, before we belong to political parties, we are human. And through Morgan, I have learned of so many other people. And I am one of the latest beneficiaries of Whispers. I wish to request for some more minutes than the rest of the speakers to put this clear, if you may permit.
Permission granted.
Thank you very much. A few days ago, I was in a situation of not knowing which day of the week it was. Can you imagine? I didn't know whether it was a Tuesday or a Monday or a Sunday because of the troubles I had, and these troubles were medical related. happened to have a wife who was expecting. Midway the expectation period, I think she became hypertensive and she couldn't hold the pregnancy any longer, and it was not due for delivery. I ran one of the facilities where I reside, and that facility did what they could to save the mother's life and also referred us to another facility. The facility where we were referred to, the mother was delivered after stabilizing the condition, but survival was increasingly becoming hard for the two. I spent 3 or 4 days at that facility, like I last tell. And in the middle of the night at around 1, I recall that from my contacts, I had seen something like whispers on Morgan's status. So I called him at 1 a.m. I told him the situation I was in. On saying my call, the first question he asked me, Noah, are you fine? Are you okay? I told him, I'm personally fine, but my people are not okay. I told him what was happening around me. He told me, what can we do right now? I told him, it's late. Let's pray to God that my people survive through the night, and you join me the earliest time you can in the morning. By 6:45, Morgan was with me where I was. We discussed the nitty-gritties, established connection and contact with the medical workers at Whispers. My people were evacuated. I want to tell the people present here that my people are safe and in better condition than they were. Before that situation, Morgan had told me of this dinner and I had not confirmed attending. When I got issues and he got to know of them, I think he ruled out my possibility of even attending this dinner. But when I went to Whisper and my people became better, I told him I will attend the dinner. And I set forth my contribution because I wanted to show him that even with assurance that I've given him that I would attend, I wanted my contribution to go ahead of me. So, I want to make 3 statements. 1, I happen to be an ardent listener of political talk shows and I watch them. The President of the Republic of Uganda has always come out and emphasized public-private partnerships. They are for the better and the best of the Ugandans. Government officials here present, take note of that. Where we feel we can't deliver, we need to benchmark and learn from others. It does no harm, but only gives us chance to improve our service. 2, there is an increasing observation of moral decadence in our medical facilities. I don't want to call it break like people say it. It's moral degeneration because you cannot see somebody passing away to another world that is not known and you're asking for money before offering a service. We need to preach sanity and humanity. Because, hey, what happens if I give you the money and still my people went to the next world that I don't understand? Give me a chance to appreciate you for the service you have offered me. Because I'm human, I will see that you have saved my people and my life. I want to thank the proprietor of Whispers in a special way. I didn't know that at any one time I would benefit or I would be a beneficiary. Thank you for giving back to the community, to which I don't know it has given you and the rest of you. Go back to it. You can only say, may the Almighty God grant you your wishes in life. Finally, I want to reiterate or add my voice on the voices of the 4 speakers. And thank you for choosing one of the finest journalists to be your brand ambassadors in Morgan. continue flying the flag of Whispers to greater heights. Thank you very much.
Exceedingly humble. Thank you so much, Mr. Noah Queen. He asked for extra time, and the rest of us are going to go for 1 minute.
Kindly, this is the 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Tarimo Moses. I come from Sangha Hospital to support the cause. Thank you.
Yeah, praise the Lord, everyone.
Amen.
I want to thank the vision bearer. Thank you very much. The work I have done, it is very good work. And also, Morgan, you are a good mobilizer. Please, we are ready to support you every corner. Prayers and physical things. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
This is Pastor Showman from Uganda. I raise and shine Christian Church.
Wanavia masabira yo kwa raise and shine. Ala this jakubuka mukatona ino. Jakubuka ni Regional Referral Hospital. Kajia kulandro straight away. Emirates. Hizo walitu wa mnumba.
Yes, sir. Good evening to all. I'm Vincent Chienji. I'm working in Touch Road.
Thank you. Madam? Oh, okay.
God is good all the time. I'm by the name of Maria, the was Kandatari, former aspirant from Tembe constituency. I did not make it, but I am currently working for Parliament of Uganda as a policy analyst. Above all, I'm a humanitarian. And that's the reason as to why I am here. I want to thank Whisper for the job well done. It's really, really, really amazing. What I know about Whispers, one, it's about the scholarships you give us, the students who do training, I think, something like that. And I would say, I get so many recommendations because of the ambience of the hospital, especially for the children. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, and please donate as much as you can. I started with mine, and I'll give more as God blesses me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And reminder, we still have pledge cards on our tables. Feel free to fill them.
And so Maria, the CEO will be pronouncing your name again today, like she did on radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Karama Ahmed, affiliated at the International Hospital. I've known Whispers from way back when that is abroad. And we've been working hand in hand together in our medical fraternity. We never competitors. Never told some competitors. We are just complement each other. I benefit from Whispers and benefit from whoever I tell you to get the fraternity. At the end of it all, we have one goal, save the lives of our patients and offer the best to the community. So I urge all of us, because I believe we all come from different sectors, we have business, whatever, journalism. It's always a good trait, yeah, to have it positively that we should never be, competition. There is something that say Mr. better than me. I've got to appreciate that and learn from him. Yeah, we really do have that as a problem in Uganda. When you see someone who is the same thing, whatever it is, you see them as competitors. Never. Always better when you compliment and supplement whatever. I'm so very glad to be a part of this very magical experience and this very good cause. I encourage all of us in our respective capacities to do charity in each where we are able to. You don't need to really be very, very rich to be charitable. You don't need to have a very big bank account to be of charity to any cause. In my belief, even a simple smile, yeah, me looking at you and I smile, something like charity, yeah. There are so many ways you can give charity. It's not only about the material things, and you don't need to be, so very rich to give charity. The little we have, the little you can share, please. It's never, to wait and have so much and then charity to those in need. We have so very many people who are in need, especially in hospitals. If you get to Whisper, there are so many very young babies who are so much in need and not so much of hope. It's only from us, from ourselves. So in any ways we can, please, always let's be of help and let's always come to these causes, the noble causes that are going to be there, the fundraising drives that are going to be there. Today it is Whispers, tomorrow it will be some other hospital or any other organization that's there. In any way we can, let's always be there. Thank you.
Thank you. We have, I think, more 10 people. If we can use 10 minutes, that would be good enough, because the other table is for Whispers, and there is Whispers somewhere there.
Let's try to be quick, but as we are trying to save time and recognize the arrival of Mr. Collins from St. Jude Electrical Equipment. He supplies all our medical equipment.
Well,
thank you so much.
for coming. We also have the Deputy Speaker of Jinja City, Right Honorable Selina Chakwe. Thank you for coming. She is eyeing for Jinja City Woman MP, if I'm not mistaken. Sir, let's do it.
Good evening, everybody. Sanjay Kumar from Bagas Mama Jinja branch. In eye-opener, and I've got more, though we have been supplying a lot of medical supplies to the hospital, it has been an eye-opener, and I've got more knowledge of how we are doing the work for the community. I'm very happy after seeing them supporting to the society. It's a very great thing. They are doing from the bottom of the heart. I wish everybody should come forward in helping them and bringing up the community much further than what they have been before. Thanks for support.
Thank you so much. We have 1 minute for each and every one, but a reminder, plate cards are still there. Hope you're seeing them.
Hello everyone, good evening to you all. This is Musa Wachira from representing One for Another International. And thank you so much for this dinner. We are also part of the cause.
Thank you for coming.
Good evening everyone. I'm Javira Molisa from Assess, and I work with Six Farm Limited as a project control associate. I'm here to represent Six Farm.
Okay, pass the mic to the
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
With the sample is very morning, working for the International. I'm working really young. One around.
Praise the Lord. Mlugad Joseph Maddox Mwisegaga. I come from Buenge. Of course, Morgan, you know I'm not going to your religion. I am a politician. But now, I want to say out just a few things. First,
in 1.5,
to appreciate Whispers team. Just clap for yourselves. I have forgotten to tell you one thing, that I'm the chairperson of LC5 Jinja District 2026. But I received a lot of calls, people calling me from various facilities complaining, and the answer I give them is said, just cross to Whispers. And the responses I get are always positive. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate my OP. Morgan is my OP. And whoever went to the schools I went through is always very, very good and perfect. Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Morgan. He has always been on my neck. I have already contributed something small, but the pledge card is here. I am going to contribute more because we want to see Whispers move forward. Finally, let me appreciate my boss from the National Unity Platform, Maria Natabi, and Mr. Bajiru. I crossed, you know that. So we shall be turning up. Thank you very much.
Karen, thank you. We have actually fired all the poor OPs from our circles. So thank you for being a rich OP and bringing money for this cause. Sir. Hello. Hello. Good evening to everybody. I'm Jacob from St. Jude. I'm very happy to be here with you for the competition of the ambulance. And as St. Jude, I think we are willing to offer you like 500 liters. Okay, St. Jude team is well represented. Thank you so much for the 500 liters. I think Jen, you're not in that.
Yeah, Mr. Collins, I think, spoke on behalf of the St. Jude team.
Yeah, sure. Are we done?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Maria Nana from Kibon Group. I've come to represent our organization. I work as a community educator, and I happen to be, right now I'm in Nakawere, and it's Dr. M.M. who helped me to go through that very well. I thank all the staff there, and I am so grateful that you people, the way you handle matters is different. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nadira Justin from Kibon Group, administrator, and our contribution was already given. And we are so grateful for Whispers because they have done a lot. We work in communities in the Soga region, and we do partner. If we get children in the villages we work in, we call into Whisper, and they're like, yes, bring them. As we look in the magazine, we just happen to see one of them in the magazine. So Whispers and thank you so much.
Okay. Are we done? Can you now move to the Director Ginger Referral Hospital? Dr. Alfred.
Thank you very much, MC, the chief guest, the CEO of Whispers, plus the entire team, my colleague, the RDC, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Alfred Yai. I'm the hospital director at Jinja Regional Referral Hospital. I come from West Nile, but for the last 1 year, I'm a Msoga. I didn't have a Msoga name now. I will not disclose it now. But allow me to say 2-3 things. Number one, I'm happy to be here. Early June, I visited Whispers, and I was with the HRR there. I toured the entire hospital because it is within my mandate on behalf of Ministry of Health to oversee all health service delivery in this region. So I need to know what's going on in the region, so I went. I saw 3 things in the Whispers. One is the children's hospital. I saw a very nice environment for children, and children being helped, being treated, being fed, and so on. The second thing I saw was a maternity ward and a theater. So maternity services have been offered there. Thirdly, I saw a training school, nurse training school coming up, and I think by the end of that day, I knew this was a perfect partner for service delivery in the region. Now, in Jinja Regional Referral Hospital, You know, we are the biggest health institution around in the region. But as government institution, we cannot claim that we can meet all the health needs of the population. Government works in partnership. And the national health policy recognizes the public sector, the private sector, private not-for-profit sector. Even the traditional and complementary medicine providers are recognized in the national health policy. So we cherish the contribution of every provider, health provider in the region. And I did tell the management that we are going to work together. We are going to support ourselves together. Even in the ambulance services, we have the emergency medical services. We have an ambulance system that we have set, and we are going to integrate with this ambulance. We will see where this one is engaged. You can call Jinja Hospital. We can be able to support. Where ours is engaged, we can be able to call you. Because an emergency is an emergency. It doesn't matter where the ambulance is coming from. Once it's an emergency, I don't care whether it's a private facility or faith-based or government, we must save life at all costs. Therefore, I'm so happy and so inspired by Madame Veronica that she has done this much for us in this region. And together with all the other stakeholders, I think let's join hands and do more. The needs are great. The needs of health, the gaps are so great that we just have to join hands together and do much more. I promise one of these days I will be in Nile International also to see what they are doing and see what partnerships we can establish with them. Plus many others, we need to work together in this region so that we improve the population health and productivity of the people in this region. So that's briefly what I can say. I've come here as an individual and as a family, we are going to make our cash contribution. I don't know whether I should mention it, but I see in the fundraising, you are information. In the fundraising, we shouldn't talk much. In 2014, I was in South Korea, and one of my lecturers told me, Africans talk too much. But if so, in the fundraising, we should just say one thing and then how much we are putting into the basket to support. No, sir? Sure. All right. So we make a cash contribution of 500,000.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alfred, and we are left with 2-3 other people to speak. Jen, are you noting? Thank you. Next is the Deputy Speaker, representing Jinja State Council, the Town Clerk, the Speaker, the Mayor. She might be delivering some good cash. Speaker.
Thank you, Morgan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. I am Serena Chako Ekamia. Katono Kanyabagwani. Omoise Molonde Ayonkawaise Inyaga. I'm the Deputy Speaker, Jinja State Council. I'm a journalist by profession. I work with Baba FM as a news anchor. The proprietor of the media school in Jinja called Busoga Media Institute. I'm glad to be part of this cause. Morgan, I'm not here as an institution of Jinja City. I'm here as an individual. Hope the mayor, the speaker, the town clerk will do their part. I did not get that chance. By the way, they don't even talk to me today. So I came as a mother who stays in Jinja City, who has ever visited Whisper several times. By the way, I'm a client there because I'm a mother of boys, and whenever my boys get challenges, I take them to Whispers. You might never, you might not have seen me there because I don't come there directly myself. But just know you're the people treating my children, and I'm proud of that. They are doing well. As Katono Kaliabagwaine, that name has a meaning. Those who understand Lusoga, you know what it means. I'm not even going to explain it. So I'll give in a contribution of 200,000.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. And okay, we bless you. And we pray that may the Almighty answer your dreams. So next is the RDC. Let's go to the RDC of Palisa. Looking at their seniority, more senior. Is senior. So move this side, the RDC of Palisa this side. Senior RDC, Mr. Majidu, senior RDC, Mr. Gourmet.
Thank you very much. The category of Busoga, our brother, our father, and a friend, Whisper, Haji Osman, you are most welcome. The management of Whisper and my senior RDC, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Appointed Soka Majidu. I'm the resident district commissioner of Palisa, but I'm a stubborn of Jimmy. First and the foremost, I want to thank the management of Whisper for the work you are doing. I want also to thank those who have come here to support this cause. They gave me 1 minute, but I have a problem with the Whisper. The problem is that you are encouraging our sisters to produce. Why? Because one of my sisters gave birth at Whisper, and she was telling me that, you know, Mr. Majid, I'll get another treatment because of the care you gave to my sister. So I want to thank you and your team. As government is preaching the family planning, for you are encouraging women to get more pregnancy. Finally, I saw the videos, and even the talk, it is like government is doing nothing. No. Actually, before this government, Uganda can testify that we are losing like 500 people per month because of the system in Uganda. True, we have some challenges, but we have done a lot to make sure that we improve the services in Uganda. And I want to assure you that as long as we are still in power, we shall improve. My humble contribution to this cause is 500,000. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bwana RDC.
Like that humble contribution. Thank you so much, RDC Majid.
Our guest of honor tonight, the second Deputy Prime Minister, Busoga, Haji Osman, and I want to congratulate you. He's just come back from the holy month, the holy what? Pilgrimage. And I think this is the first public function actually. So we are lucky to have you here. I want to congratulate you. My colleague, the RDC of Palisa, the director of our referral hospital, and I could say the protocol observed, including our host, Veronica. Thank you for hosting us at this very, very important function when we are talking about life and when we are addressing issues concerning young children. We are talking about the future of this country. Whispers, I'm a grandfather. I don't have young babies. I'm a grandfather. But my granddaughter got sick and we're in total confusion. She was saved by Whispers. That's why when Morgan told me about this event. By the way, he's a very wonderful ambassador. He should keep up the flag high. I had to abandon other activities to come and attend because of that historical connection I had with Whispers through my daughter Faith and also through the friendship of the ambassador. I want to request that you remain the ambassador. I'm sure he's going to do a lot for Whispers. And I want to thank you for being connected to us. Sincerely, you have done good mobilization, and we shall also join you to mobilize others. This event is very significant in our area as Ginger. For us who are indigenous people here in Ginger, this is a very positive step forward in as far as this is concerned. And I want to thank our director who has come to grace this function. Alfred here has also proved to be a man of his own class in serving the people. I saw what you did to the late Dr. Chitimbo when you organized services and treated him from home for over 4 months. I was monitoring. So, when we talk about serving beyond self, we are seeing it here. Serving beyond self. We are seeing it here. We want to thank you and we shall continue supporting you. We have come here for fundraising, but some of us will take off time to come and interact with you in other fields, see how better as government can continue partnering with you. We are aware that government is partnering with the private hospitals, private organizations, which we think are viable, can help to cover up a space where we think we are not covering. I was in Mayuge, we are working with the Buruba Hospital. We are working with other organizations. I'm sure this is also possible here, because this is the only hospital handling, private hospital handling children, specifically children, where we think we can have partnership. I was trying to discuss it with the director here to see what possibilities be there. See that as government, we can partner up and see how to step up the whole arrangement. He has already told us today is not a day for speeches. Our tradition as RDC, we normally give 500,000. So we shall see how it through our ambassador, how you get that 500,000. But we shall look for other partners, other stakeholders to support this cause. I want to commit myself that have many friends. I will share this with them and see how they also come on board to support this cause. I want to thank you and thank everybody who has managed to come here. That is out of this environment created by NRM that we are all here. Since I should have not been here, if there was turmoil in this country, differently, Veronica would not be here. She would not be here. But because of the environment created by NRM government, we shall continue having more of you. Please be a good ambassador. Where you come from, say Uganda is peaceful, you can enjoy yourself. Now, I want to propose there is a due citizenship. We shall discuss that one. Become a dual citizen, where you come from and in Uganda. We can prepare that one and continue. And then discuss. I want to thank you and thank everybody, especially our guest of honor. Close man, you really pride this area. We want to thank you for giving time to come and share with us. Can I invite him?
It is very true because of your seniority and how deep-rooted you are in the culture of Soga. You have the liberty to invite the chief guest.
I want to take this rare opportunity to request our guest of honor to come and address us. But the problem, because he uses yellow microphone. Morgan, he uses yellow microphone. I don't know where I got that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother, the resident district commissioner, Jinja District. Before I deliver my speech tonight, allow me, first of all, in a very special way, to thank Mr. Morgan, who has really demonstrated, not only to me, but everybody, that he deserves what Whisper and all the good about. Mr. Mwesigwa, you are proving yourself to be a good ambassador. And with no doubt, you have proved it. Before I go still in this speech here, I want to say something about the proprietor of Whisper, Madame Veronica. I met Madame Veronica 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. She came to my office. I don't know if she still remembers, in Kampala. She had an issue, but I'm not going to that tonight. But what I saw in Veronica was somebody very resilient. I saw a young girl who is very aggressive. I'm not surprised that I'm here tonight to witness and be a testimony of her achievements. I want to thank you. The CEO, Whispers, the management, staff, the brand ambassador, Mr. Grace Mwesigwa, my two very hard-working resident district commissioners, that is Mr. Gurume and Mr. Majid. I want to recognize you in a special way. Madame Veronica, these two gentlemen you see here are very busy people. But they are pro people. They find time, they attend functions, and they keep educating the masses and delivering messages of development. I want to thank you. The director, Jinja Referral Hospital, we have met. And if I recall, I was with you when we were fundraising for a screening machine for sickle cell. Please have a seat. the Indian community, the Director Nile Hospital, religious leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am humbled and honored to be invited to share with you this auspicious occasion and to address this fundraising dinner. I appreciate the privilege and honor of addressing the congregation. Ladies and gentlemen, our beautiful country, and to be specific, our sub-region Busoga, is faced with the challenge of poor health care system. We have lost and we continue losing people because of lack of medical transport in terms of well-equipped medical ambulances to enable our people to seek specialized attention when needed. I want to greatly associate with the theme of the day or campaign named Fueling Hope for Patients, which is aimed at providing free medical transport. I am a very rare person who attends functions at night. But when the ambassador approached me, as my brother Mr. Gulme just mentioned, he had just came back from performing my pilgrimage in Mecca. He invited me for 2 functions. The first function I couldn't make it because I had other engagements. Then he came the second time, inviting me as to be a chief guest for this function. I immediately told him I will be very delighted to be at the function. As leaders, it is very important for us to be associated with such functions which touches the lives of our people. So, Madame Veronica, I am deeply very honored to be given this rare opportunity of being a chief guest of such a wonderful function. Thank you, Whispers, for thinking about a solution to the identified problem. Our Chamazinga Wabusoga can only thrive when Chamazinga's people are healthy. I want to tell this congregation that in the kingdom, I am in charge of partnerships. The role His Royal Highness gave me is to solicit and get support for the Busoga and the institution. And I'm very proud that I have done it very diligently. I have been reliably informed by the brand ambassador, who actually is the perfect choice for Whispers, Grace Mwesigwa, that Whispers is running a free sickle cell clinic every Wednesday. I want to tell this congregation here, Busoga is one of the leading regions with a high rate of sickle cell infections. The districts of Mayuge, Kamuli, and part of Iganga have the highest numbers. When I was doing the fundraising for the screening machine, the statistics were very shocking. I am glad, before I was invited for this function, I got to know that Whispers offers treatment for sickle cell. And I want to thank you for that service. Apart from offering sickle cell clinic, you also offer TB clinic for children every Tuesday. And on top of the quality services that you're offering on the other days of this week, I want to commend Mrs. Veronica and your team for the good job you're doing for the people of Busoga. As a kingdom, we cannot thank you enough. But also, I want to thank the proprietor, the owner of the premises. I don't live very far from where you operate from. I want to thank that gentleman and his beloved wife, because we businessmen, we tend to prioritize on very many other things. And normally, as a businessman, I can tell you, many people don't get encouraged to hire their premises for hospitals because of saying that our premises will be spoiled and so many other things. So I want to thank him. I know his angle, but for him to have that several, ndekwebaza ino okuba n'omutima ogwo okuyikiriza tube n'eddwaliro eryo ery'abaana n'okuwonya obulamu bw'abaana baffe. I have had testimonies here. The testimonies are really heart-touching. Madam Veronica, for you to come from wherever you came from, to come here, and these two honorable gentlemen, to come and stand here and give such testimonies, truly you have a story to tell. Especially when I saw you some 7, 8, 9 years ago. I never knew that you are going to bring me here tonight and be a witness to such testimonies. I still want to thank you. When we hear that hospitals feed patients, to be honest, in Africa, it's a very rare occasion. I know that happens in developed countries. But in Africa, in Uganda, in Busoga, to hear that mothers come with children and then you offer them free food, God bless you. I want us to give her a round of applause for that. At this moment, I also want to thank that Ugandan who donated that new ambulance I've seen outside there. I don't know her, but please, on behalf of His Majesty, tell her the Basoga are happy. On behalf of Busoga Kingdom, we pledge to give you the necessary support to this visionary and good intention Veronica to continue offering services to our people. And I want to say that as an institution, we have a fully fledged Ministry of Health. And I want you to tap into our ministry. We offer so many services. We partner with government. We partner with very many other organizations. So I would encourage you and interest you to reach out to our institution and see how best you can leverage your services. Once again, I bring you greetings from His Majesty, the Isebantu of Busoga, William Wilberforce Kadumbla Gabula IV. He sends you greetings and he commends your work and he thanks you for this good initiative. Many thanks to you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming through with your contribution tonight. At this moment, allow me also, in a special way, make my humble contribution of 2 million shillings. Long live Whispers, long live Busoga, long live the thousand of Busoga. Busoga we say, Busoga or Kwisanya. Before I hand over this microphone, Madam Veronica, me, I'm born here. I'm born in a village about 50 miles from here. But when I was growing up, I was told that anybody who lives in Busoga who speaks Lusoga is a Musoga. Today in this country, there is a law that somebody can become a Ugandan through very many avenues, say by birth, by naturalization, by registration. For the good things you have done for this region and for this country, it would be very unfortunate for you to continue carrying the passport of your origin. I encourage you, as Mr. Arabisi said, please, you are eligible to have a Ugandan passport because of the contribution that you have done for this country. So I encourage you and implore you to get our citizenship so that you are Ugandan. This is your home now. I don't think you have another home. I thank you all. I wish you a good night. Thank you for turning up for this important occasion, which touches the lives of our people. I urge you that when you have our support, I wish you a blessed night. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Round of applause for our Tikiro for the contribution and also the great message from our Chabazinga. Can we give him a round of applause? So we'll be going to launch the ambulance, but before doing that, we still have 2-3 activities on the menu. Allow me to read the messages that I've just received. I have received a message from one of the invited guests. I reached out to the Minister of General Duties in the Office of the Prime Minister, Republic of Uganda, Right Honorable Justin Kasule Lumumba. So Baba Katikiro, Mwala Watasohire Kuida. She's in the US, she's attending a UN convention on SDGs, but she has sent me a message of 1.2 countries. There's also another great friend of mine, is Mr. Paul Mogeza, he's the head teacher of Kalido High School. I've also received a message from him of 300,000 shillings. I still need to check my phone for more messages. Clap for once again. So allow me to pause the messages because as if I was boring some people with messages, messages of hope. And I request that we join the Prime Minister of Lusoga Kingdom to commission the ambulance, to launch the ambulance, which is actually the parking lot. So we'll be moving out, then we'll be returning to this place for the next activity agenda.